sea void of nothingness.
I promise it won't be. Alright, so...
It was.
So back to where we are. You guys are back in front of the... You just seen where the trail kind of splits off from being old tracks to new tracks. What are you guys doing?
We were going to follow the new tracks, I think.
Okay. Following the new tracks.
Kind of wiggle around my bag, notice it's nice and empty, and I'm like, yeah, new track sounds good.
Okay.
Room for more heads.
So, marching order?
Me.
Not in front.
So it's
Or in back. I'm in the middle.
Second.
Second, we have Miri.
Once again, backing up the rear.
Devona's gonna.
Seemed to work out well last night.
And we got, I'm gonna assume Maximilian.
Yeah.
And then next we have Torn.
Can you heal me?
Yes, I got 5 HP.
Will he heal you?
That's the real question.
So, you guys,
Of course.
I can
I-
roll a perception check with advantage.
He's
for me.
part of
Wait, just him? He's leading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 plus perception, so 24.
Okay.
Shit.
So
That's
as
why he's
you
leading.
walk through these woods, you know, being a druid, you're used to nature. You know, you notice the telltale signs of like twigs snapped, and you can tell that when this goblin came through here, which is what you're assuming this is, it instantly went from kind of a very hastily sped through process to very carefully try to go. You're finding the faintest hints of, you know, snapped, just the smallest things to try and follow this trail, because it slowed the fuck down. So you guys kind of start picking your way through this, and it takes you about 5 minutes, and after about 5 minutes you hear behind you, as it seems the guards may have continued to follow the old footsteps or whatever it was.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
So another 10 minutes of going through these woods. I would like all of you to make a perception check.
And do I needed that
Any
much?
advantage or just regular?
I'd say you get advantage because you're used to nature. And
Oh, thank God.
10 plus
20.
2.
22.
8.
12.
So Maximilian and Silvis, you guys just, for you don't know why, but you're used to, you know, the way the things that normally are and bending that to your will. And for you know nature and you know what's supposed to be there and what's not. As you come to this, what seems the footsteps just stop completely, you kind of look at it and then your perspective shifts and you see that there is a leaf and kind of draped over cover over top of what looks like an entryway to a cave.
Okay.
Sylvan? That shouldn't be like that.
It's Silvos, and no, it shouldn't. So.
Yeah.
Hey guys, cave entrance. Whoa.
Huh.
I'm gonna go, kind of, I guess, move the leaf.
Okay.
I'll look back to the corner.
So
Can you heal me now?
as you guys walk
Said I
into
wouldn't.
this,
I
you
can
step
easily-
through and
Woo.
it just about 30
You
feet
got 5
in.
HP points back.
He healed me by 5 HP. What a friend.
Woo!
It's like Bedware when he becomes human. Gets
As you
really
guys kind of walk into this cave, you see it's not well lit in here. It's almost pitch black. Who among you has the ability to see?
Dark vision.
Dark visions?
Actually, can we see? Do you have it written down?
Do you have dark vision?
You have light as a cantrip? Did you take that? No.
I don't know.
I actually don't have a torch at all on my character.
Really?
Yeah,
I see
do
shit.
not.
You know what? I wonder if I do.
Oh, we might not be.
I have
able to
10.
see.
I don't have an explorer's, but I don't have any of that.
It doesn't say anything about dark vision, so there's a good chance that we cannot
Probably
see.
not.
Yeah, Dragonborns don't come with it.
I could hand each of them a torch if need be.
Oh, I have torches. I have torches.
Okay.
I light a torch though.
Okay. So you
Torches?
I have a tinderbox.
That was light fire.
So how are you lighting your torch?
I have a tinderbox.
I also, but yeah.
Kapah.
Okay.
Our
So,
powers combined.
after-
Roll for that.
No. After a brief kind of like, oh god, we can't see anything, and a little bit of shuffling around, Torin just kind of reaches into his pack and pulls out a torch and kind of looks at it just like, fuck. And then Miriam just, and then lights it for
I
him.
love that the fire-based dragonborn
Both of them.
fuck and used a tinderbox.
You also could lit it
Man,
up.
I only have.
We can't only use it
Oh,
a
yeah,
certain
sure.
amount of time.
Right, I
Oh
only.
shit! Actually, I probably could have just whatever.
Fuck would we waste
Too
the
late.
light?
Yeah,
You're used to
think-
seeing in the dark, so you wouldn't even think about it.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if we can tell when it's
I was
dark.
gonna say,
You can tell when it's dark, like basically the gradient
But
kind
at
of
this
shifts.
age in our lives, it just becomes second nature for us to not pay as much attention to
Yeah,
it, I guess.
like the gradient for you guys kind of shifts from like a colorful nightscape, like deep blues and stuff like that, to just kind of a sheer black and white. You know you can still see perfectly fine, but like
60 feet.
it's definitely gone, and yeah, but it's definitely gone to like a black and white grayscale kind of a feeling, but
Yeah.
you don't even notice it at this point.
I only get breath weapon once a day.
That's silly.
So.
Okay. So
It's silly, but it's fair.
after a bit of walking, you guys, Sylvis, you maybe about 5 minutes of walking, taking your time, kind of stepping carefully, you come to a fork in the road, one curving off to the left and the other one kind of like at the right, but also kind of swinging around to the left a little bit. It's kind of like a weird kind of perspective where,
I think I know what you mean.
yeah.
So the one on the left goes.
Can I?
on the right
I'm gonna
goes
use
next
perception
to
to try and see if I can notice any tracks or any telltale signs.
Okay.
11.
11.
Yeah.
You look down and you definitely see some footprints, but this area is a lot more traveled than you would have thought. The tracks that you are following have melded into what looks like a very high traffic area.
Okay.
So you can't really tell apart the ones that you were following, but it seems like footsteps go to both directions.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna ask everyone else, like, what do you guys think? Which path do you think?
I'm gonna walk up to the two and I'm gonna inspect for any like traps or anything and cover either one of the doorways.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me.
If it was a trap, they would have trapped the entrance.
Not necessarily. That's
Seems like they're using these caves as a way of
16.
moving around.
16. You can't, as far as you can tell, both ways are clear.
Doesn't really matter to me. I'm not really sure what.
But we did
Best
let a
thing
guy
to do is-
escape, didn't we?
There was an archer, and then there was the guy at the back that we never actually saw him.
Okay.
We did see him at first, though, right?
Yeah.
Before
When they first showed up.
When he did his thing.
Yeah,
we saw
did
him.
see him. Okay.
You saw him, but then like after
He was
the
gone.
smoke cloud kind of went up, you lost track of what happened.
What do you guys think?
I'm thinking maybe just take the first path that leads to the left.
And keep on their toes.
Stick together.
Definitely.
They might be weak to us.
Yeah, it would be dumb to split up, I think.
Never split the party.
Very well.
Except when we do all the fucking time.
This ain't Mr. Ink, son.
Zoinks.
Okay. So which way are you taking?
The first one that leads to the left.
So you guys travel, and so marching order is still the same.
I would think so.
That's why.
How wide is it? How wide is the hallway?
This is a pretty dense cave. It seems that it was built for goblins, so I mean it's pretty much just one person in a line.
Single file.
Yeah. Devona's kind of in the back, just like, ah, god damn it, and she's kind of like hunched over a little bit, and grumbling for the majority of this trek. Just like, oh, we're gonna kill something. God.
We did. What did you do?
Shut up.
Keep walking, I guess.
Okay. So after about 10 minutes of walking through here, you come to a door at the end of this tunnel.
No, what? Oh, a door.
This is gonna sound real dumb, but can we assume that I picked up my other hand axe? I whiffed.
I'll let you retcon. But from here
I know,
on,
I gotta keep track.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give it to you because you remembered in the session.
Yeah.
Had you brought it up next 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
So do we like knock or do we just bust it down? What do you guys think is the best method?
Is there anything on the door?
Is there anything on the door?
So you look, and it's a rudimentary lock. I mean, it's kind of just like an old oaken, tattered. It almost looks like it was ripped off of another house and repurposed.
Is there a log on it?
Yes.
You want to ding dong ditch it?
I guess you could try to open the door, and if nothing happens, I can give it a whirl.
I was gonna say, I could just whack it.
Yeah, I'm
Is
gonna
it
kind of
that-
step back and let her maybe try that.
Is it, how solid does it look?
I mean, it's a rough looking like wood-ish door. I mean, you kind of bring the torch close to it, and you can see that it's made out of wood. You're not seeing a whole lot of steel or anything. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
can I just-
sturdy, but it's not in the best shape.
Not the door, but like the handle. Can I?
Oh, the
just-
handle?
Could I just like try and chop it off?
You can try.
Stokey. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and chop the handle off. Good luck, everybody. That's pretty good. I got a 16. My strength is 5. Can I assume that I hit it real hard?
Roll damage. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Welcome to D&D. Real life objects have hit points.
It's true.
I got an 8.
Well,
What's
it's
your
hit
strength?
points.
Plus my strength is a 5. 13.
Okay, so you hack into it, and you almost completely split